Okay, a very warm good evening, all of you. I welcome you all on the behalf of whole SUBC family, and I hope this session will be really helpful to you. And we will learn lots of things about the automotive industries and what the industry is going on and how this pandemic time will affect on the industries and like how this pollution norms, what currently pollution norms had changed from the BS4 to BS6. We will discuss lots of things about it and about career opportunities after the college, what you have in the opportunities in the different automotive sectors and apart from the automotive sector also. We'll discuss about all these things, and if you're having any kind of doubts, you can put on the message. Okay. So before starting this session, I just want to the request you, please mute your audio and videos. Okay, so it cannot create any kind of a hindrance in this session. Okay, so we will try to answer all your questions like whatever you put in the chat box. So I hope you all guys are understanding. Okay. All the guys who present here, comment me on the chat box. Shall we start the session or not? Or shall we wait some time? Comment me on the chat box. I'm Rahul Rajput and I'm the host of today's program. And you all know about like why we are gathered here. We'll discuss lots of things about today's session and like automotive industries, how it's changing with this current pandemic time and with the different scenario and aspects. We'll discuss about it. Okay, so once upon a time, a famous personality said, "It's not all about having the skills to do something. It's all about a will, desire, and dedications to be your best." So, with these lines, I would like to welcome all the participants in this fifth episode of our exclusive series, Coffee with SUVC. We started this solar car event, this program in 2017, and we have conducted our three sessions in different part of the nation, and around like a 15 more than the 15 workshop we have conducted in various college with the association of various prestigious engineering institutes like Sri Sai Ram College, Chennai, Hindustan College, Coimbatore, RJIT Tiganpur, KRC Tirchi, NIT Bhopal, NIT Raurkela, and many of prestigious institutes. And we have a great collaboration with lots of corporates like Motrac Motors, Repo Energy, Lubia Industries, Misa Cutting, and Launch India, and lots of corporates. And like uh, if it is possible, like if it could be possible, from last 3 years we are running this event. So it's a means a huge part of our role of our experts, scientists, researchers who belong from a different corporates and a different part of the world. And most important part, like who trust on us, that our students who work with us, who participate in our event, who participate in our workshops, and who believe on us. And definitely, guys, your participation drive us and motivate us to keep work and keep motivate us, keep hard what we are doing. Okay, so like let's start this session. Our experts, like once Mr. Henry Ford says, coming together is a beginning, working together is a process, and joining together is a success. So we all are here to joining each other and discuss all the things. So I would like to welcome our today's chief guest, Mr. Amit Misra sir, who is currently working in Tata Motors and having a vast experience with top industries like Audi India and Honda two wheelers. So I would like to welcome Mr. Amit Misra sir in this fifth episode of Coffee with SUBC. Hello, sir. Is sir available?
I think he not joined. Wait for him.
Okay, that's okay. Sir is connecting. So, if you're having any kind of a doubt related with the solar car, electric car, or like a perspective of electric adaptability for the future scenario, and according this pandemic time, you can ask the questions in chat box. We'll discuss about this. And
Yeah, good evening, Pankaj. Good evening.
good evening, sir.
Good evening to all.
Sir, we warm welcome in our fifth episode of SUVC in this Coffee with SUVC series. And it's a pleasure you to be with us. And we will discuss lots of things about like a current scenario of market. And as you have a great experience in the industries like a Tata Motors and lots of industries like Audi India and Honda Automotive. So we'll discuss about all the things. So I hope our participants are ready to discuss with you all the. Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, audible, Rahul.
Yes. Yeah, sir. Sir, can you please tell about something yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Rahul, and good evening to all. Thank you, SUVC team, to give me such a great platform to interact with you all. And about me, I will say I did my Bachelor of Engineering in automobile stream. During my college time, I joined in a number of events, and within my engineering life, I got trained under the Volkswagen umbrella, in which I taken trainings under the Audi India professionals in the Volkswagen Group of Technical Apprenticeship Program. After that, for 1.5 years, I worked for the Audi India. Then I joined Honda Motorcycle as a area manager in the after sales customer service. There I worked around 2.5 years in the different departments like product development and coordination with the research and development for the new product launching. And then I shifted to the customer service. And right now I'm from last 1 year associated with Tata Motors in commercial vehicle segment and taking care for the Jharkhand state in there. Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you, sir, for this vast experience. So, how's your feeling today with this platform, Coffee with SUVC?
Well, being a candidate or a team member in any event, and after 5 years, once you invited as a guest to for a speak in the audience, it's really a great feeling for myself. And last two, I was in your sessions, like our most respected Pant sir guided. I listened it very carefully, and really it was a very good learning session for all of us. And I listened to our Dibyansu Purohit sir also, who is now Canada in General Motors. It was really very interactive and learning session for the student who is currently in academics life, and they are very, I can say, very excited to come in the industries, to work in the industries in good MNCs company in automobile sector especially. So it's really a good platform and a pleasure for me to join there here.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, we all are very keenly interested to know about your journey, like how you started your career from college, what you did in the engineering life, and how you promoted and how you means promote yourself and what are skills you acquired in the time of like your career. So I want to discuss all the things.
Okay. So for that, I would like to say that I did my schooling from a small town in Gwalior district. Especially, I was from the Hindi medium because it is one of the challenges that we face in our college life if we are coming from the Hindi medium background. So my 12th till 12th, I did my schooling in Hindi medium. Then I joined, I get admission in Rustomjee Institute of Technology. Here I did my Bachelor of Engineering in Automobile. It's a Border Security Force Engineering College. and then I worked a lot on my skills, and I can say because it's a very new thing for me, coming from a such background. It's a challenging for me also, like for academics and for learnings in the college. Like if I say, once I started my engineering, I think in first semester, I scored 5.8. That's really very surprising for me. Then in a very incremental way, I work on studies, academics, and events also. And once I passed out, then I have a job in my hand, and I scored in my last semester. I scored around 8.2 in my
That
last
is great.
semester. So it's a really good and amazing. I will say it's a journey was very exciting, and you can also understand, like from first semester 5.8 to last semester 8.2. It's a good learning experience for me in the engineering. Yes, thank you.
And sir, like after joining your first company, like you joined in Volkswagen Group under the Audi India. So,
Yes, sir.
like whatever skills you acquired in the Audi India, like you suppose that like that skills is very helpful to you in the upcoming future or in your current future, current scenario.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I would like to say with all the students who's now appearing in the academics, like if we see now, our academics are very conventional method of teaching and learning things. If we only depends on academics books, it's really very tough for us to enter in such a challenging atmosphere in the market. In today era is a technical era. We are all living in a world where on a daily basis, the technology changes. It was a time when for a long time we didn't ever see a mobile phone. But once the mobile phone introduces, now 3G, 4G, and now we are going for the 5G also. So similar thing for the automobile sector. I thought before 5 to 6 years ago, no one thought about the BS6, BS4, BS5. It was not in our can say current affairs or in general knowledge. But today you will see in 2017 when government strictly push it that everyone have to register for the BS4, and now we are going in the BS6 era. Then it's really a challenge for every student who's only depend on the academics, or they have to be aware, very, very aware about what they are learning in the college life. Because when you are reading only from the books, you can't get update on what's going on in the market. So it's really very much important for you guys to participate in the event very actively and join the training programs, internship programs that is offered by the corporates. Like one of them I joined as in the Audi India. That was the VGTech, Volkswagen Group of Technical Apprenticeship Program. That helps me to fill the gap between my academics and the current requirement of the market. So it was really very helpful to match my skills as per the market requirement.
Okay, that's great, sir. Sir, we all know this is like a corona pandemic time and it's affecting like all over the world. So how the corona pandemic is affecting the automobile industries? So what's your opinion about it?
Well, every industry is affecting by it, but especially if we will say, then automobile is really very affecting, because in any country, the GDP and I will say a good amount of economies to directly depend on the automobiles, because automobile is running, new manufacturing going on, new jobs are there in the market, and every complete chain cycle get rotated in a comfortable way. But when the manufacturing stopped in any country, then definitely it suffers for the students and for the whole society also, because it's a good supply chain there. For a student, I would like to say it's a really very tough time for any industry, because I will say this year right now we are living in 2020. It's due to some unexpected things happening in this year. So it's I will say survival year for everyone, for any profession, for any business. No one is thinking about to make a profit and go to achieve some targets. We all are just working to survival and to stand. And so for the student, I would like to say job opportunities are there. It's not mean that we don't have job opportunities in the market. Have what on a few points I will say that we have few lower chances there. But definitely it's a good time for everyone to prepare for themselves, work on your skills, get improved, get nurtured, join as much as seminar as you can, and increase your contacts with the professionals. It's the best time for all these activities that can help you in future.
That's really means needful is this time, sir, because most of the industries are not in the hiring phase. And if you're having this time, you can just improve your skills regarding the communications, marketing, whatever skills you want to explore in this pandemic time.
Yeah, one point I want to add, Rahul, in this session, I think most of you known that recently Maruti Suzuki India conducted a test for the recruitment person in different departments like manufacturing, sales and marketing, and R&D. They recruited a test for the complete all India. They participated, and they after the written test they did a GD, then interview, and after that they give the selection. So you can understand a huge crowd is there in the India, and everyone have to get a good job like in MNC automobile company. But if right now you have to prepare yourself so that you can compete in such examinations or interviews, so that you can come in front of those other students, then only you will get a good opportunity to work there. So it's really a good time for everyone to work on there. Like this seminar is one of the good things. Like you are coming in contact with a professional who is right now working in a MNC company. You are coming to know that what's happening in the companies and what's going on in the market for the job and opportunities, especially in the engineering market. So these are good things. Keep continue such activities. That will help you all. Please participate in this activity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the appreciation. It's a exclusive news, like sir told us. I think JS, you got your answers. Sir told about the Maruti Suzuki program. Like you can search about it and you can fill your resumes and fill all the informations. They are looking for the good candidates. Definitely, those having a good skills will get opportunities. One of the very famous quote I remember with this line, darkest night produce the brightest star. So it's a pandemic time, like everywhere is a dark there. So time to group your skills, time to bright your mind, and definitely you will get a great future. So sir, apart from that, what's your suggestions in this pandemic time students have to do to groom their skills? What's the particular skills they can groom to get the opportunity in the MNCs or in the corporates after this pandemic is over?
Well, I will suggest for the interview purpose in whichever company you are trying to get as a dream job, every company is asking for the latest technologies, like what's going on, what do you think about the BS4 technology, and what the changes happen from BS4 to BS6 technology. And this is the major things. If you are completing your knowledge on a very deep skill, what is BS6 technology, which factors we are minimizing in BS6 technology, and what's the major changes happen in BS4 to BS6. If you completed all these questions, definitely you are completed 50% of your interview preparation. That will be you, and that you are going to face in the future.
That's great, really great, sir. Means you have to update yourself what is market is going on with the current industries. So I want to discuss with the same question, market has changed from the BS4 to the BS6, Bharat Stage 4 to Bharat Stage 6. So what are the
Mhm.
impacts in the market or in the automotive industries with this transition?
Well, every change is very difficult for the society to accept.
Mhm.
Once we moved from BS3 to BS4, it was also a tough time because everyone is purchasing their vehicle for the business purpose or their comfort. But once a new technology comes in the market, you have to learn new things to how to operate these. This is one of the new things that everyone have to know. Like how it will affect the market. I would like to say one thing. Government pressurize to all the fuel supply companies that they have to provide BS6 fuel in their fuel stations, and everyone is working on their its infrastructure. So you can very easily understand the price of the fuel is going on a hike once BS6 fuel is coming in the market. Secondly, the cost of the vehicle is also increasing because the latest technology that is coming in the vehicle have advanced features. So advancement also come with a good cost. So fuel operating cost and the product costs both are going on a high. And right now we are somehow tempered with this COVID pandemic. So it's really a tough time. But good thing is that it's very good for our environment also. If I would like to say, if someone is staying in the Delhi, last 5 years I was in Delhi, I found that I very few moments was there when I observe a blue sky in the upper. So it's really very tough for the person who is living in the metro cities, that how our small vehicles are playing a big role in affecting our environment and pollution they are creating. So it's a tough, but it's good for all of us that we are going in the BS6 market. Apart from that, I would like to say we are in a developing country. We are in the race of developing countries. We are in a good growth, definitely we should say, because if we compare with our neighbor countries like Bangladesh, who just launches their BS4 era in their country. From 1st of April 2020, they started BS4 technology that we have enjoyed from last 3 years. So it's a very proud moment for all of us that we are going in the BS6. That is one of the developed technology that we are using. But it's really somehow tough because cost and operating cost is also going higher. But okay, we are doing for the best.
Yes, exactly. Like sometimes for the changes is not easy, but it's like a necessary for everyone. Like sir,
Yeah.
one question is from the Abhishek Wankhede. Like,
Mhm.
hello, Mr. What basically this automobile managing sector deals with, and how will Tata Motors now further continue after this pandemic? And is it willing for learning? Is it willing for leaning more towards electrical vehicles?
Well, Abhishek, you have a good, this question said that you have a good knowledge and future forecasting skills also for the automobile sector. Uh, for the first question, you said what basically this automobile managing sector deals with. Okay. So I would like to say we have three major segments in automobile industry. One is the research and development, second deals with the manufacturing, third deals with the sales and marketing. So in every sector, I would like to say the main engineering that you said joy in research and development, it's a very few jobs. Apart from that, all jobs needs managing skills in your day-to-day life. Like whatever you are in the managing field, then I think you listen about the 5S and you listen about Kaizen, you listened about Delta, say Six Sigma. So in all these things, you have a good managing skills so that you can better product with minimum defects. Similarly, if you are in the market, then you have to handle number of dealerships, channel partners, so that they can provide support to the customers. So all these things require a managing skills. So these are the things that we have to deal after coming in the industry. And for the second question you asked, what will Tata Motor now further continue after this pandemic? Definitely, if I will say Tata Motors is really going to good after the pandemic. Especially, I will say for the commercial vehicles. Tata Motors have a passenger vehicle and commercial vehicle. In every company, I will not say particular name of Tata Motors. In every company, if commercial vehicles is the I will say route of the supply chain in the country. Even you know in this lockdown period also, passenger vehicle not comes in the role too much. What commercial vehicles like your trucks, they are supplying foods and making a chain in the whole country to supply all the items. It really gives a good for all of us. So such things is not going to be stopped after this pandemic also. So I think commercial sector will continue because country have to work on their GDP also. So construction work, country infrastructure development, and all the work related to commercial will be continued. So it's good for the Tata Motors also because we have good strength in our commercial segment. Secondly, one question you asked, is it willing for leaning more towards electric vehicles? Definitely, it's willing. How much it's important that you can understand every automobile sector, whichever, like you can say from the supercars to the two-wheeler, four-wheeler, and commercial segment also. You listened about Audi already have launched their e-tron series, Audi e-tron. BMW have launched I series, and Hero have a separate company, Hero Electric. They from a few years ago they are in market. And then MG Motors also you listened about, they have launched their electric vehicle. Tata also have launched electronic vehicles and Nexon model. And Mahindra also have their E-series. So by this data, you can imagine that each and every company is working on technologies that is using in the electric vehicles. And they all have their research and development sectors, all have different teams who is currently progressively working on the electric vehicles to reduce their cost with the good technologies for the market so that they can be easily available. And even I will say for the metro cities, metro trains all are working on the electricals right now. All the governments, especially for the metro cities, have forced to the state government to use for the CNG vehicles after removing the diesel vehicles. And now from the CNG vehicle, they are forced to use electric buses. Especially in most of the state capitals, you will find number of electric buses are running in the different cities. And it's clearly shows that the direction of the government and the complete world is very positively going in a single approach that we need a pollution-free environment for ourselves and for our society. That is for that only electric vehicles is burn and only the solution, because we cannot depend, our future cannot depend on the fossil fuels. You cannot depend on petrol and diesel too more. So the only one solution we have in the automobilization, that is electric vehicles. So definitely we have to move towards this. We don't have any other option.
Thank you, sir. There is a other question from Vedant. Are there any job opportunity for automobile design?
Automobile designing, definitely we have a number of companies are there in the India whose their designing departments are there. Definitely there are a number of jobs. But the concern is that if you compare the designing jobs, especially compare with the managerial job in the automobile sector, then very few jobs we have in designing. But definitely we have good number of jobs in designing sector also.
Okay, that's great, sir. There is another question from Dharmesh Yadav. Like, what your recommendation of top 5 skills acquired by an automobile student apart from academics?
Okay, yeah, Rahul, just let me introduce Dharmesh Yadav. He is like my colleague. He was like pass out of RJIT. Okay. So currently he is working in Manipal University in Jaipur. Okay, so I think I shared his number to you. So just introduction to him.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for asking this question. There is a question from for the automobile students' perspective, what your recommendation they can acquire that skills apart from the academics?
Dharmesh sir, good evening. I would like to say for the students, like if we are working in the industry and we are playing a role somehow in the industry to maintain, what we found in academics, one thing should comes in every student mind: why it's happening, how it works. The one line should every student comes in mind: how it works. That one single line, if they found answer, then I think 80% of their work will done. Whichever part, it may be turbocharger, it may be EGR, it may be SCR, it may be BS4 technology, BS6 technology, 4-stroke engine, 2-stroke engine, head, every part, how it works. If they are very much clear about how it works, then definitely they completed 80% of the part. That will help in their professional life. Second things, they should work on second skill is the presentation skill. Because once we go in the market for to fight or to crack the interview, good communication skill is very much appreciated and plays a key role in getting placement. So I will say how it works is the first key skill. I will say it's a skill, okay, how it works. Second, the presentation skills. Third, I will say good discipline, because engineering life is somehow known for the wonderful things. We all know about it. But definitely a good, all the companies want a good professionals and disciplined person in the company. That's one of the, I will say, key points in all of us who belongs to the RJIT. Because once we go present, we have discipline and manners in ourselves that reflects in our personality, belonging from the border security force. So somehow it affects. That's why we are standing in the market with the name of RJIT. And fourth thing, I will say academics, definitely it plays a role. Once you are completing 4 years of journey in the engineering college, academics is good, subjective. Fifth, that comes is the current updates. Whichever preparing for the any government jobs like civil service or anything, they are very much update about the current affairs, what's going on, and with whom, what about the international relationship and what's going on in our country. Similar thing, we are living in a very updating era. Even I am working in the industry, but I have to day to day update myself that what's going on, what's new is happening in the market, in the competition also, what's happening in Mahindra, what's happening in Ashok Leyland, and what we are doing. So for the students also, like they are in semi-professional life. For the final year student, if I say, they are almost about to come in the market. So they have to update themselves why BS6 is coming, what's the need of BS6 and how it's affecting our environment, how it's affecting the complete country, how it's affecting our GDP, how it will affect the day-to-day life of our customers or society. So fifth point, I will say current affairs in the automobile industry, what happening, that should everyone know. All these 5 skills, I will say, will help in industry once you are coming from the student level.
That's great, sir. Means I think these all the 5 points are necessary for every kind of a job, and it will helpful in the every sector. And when we are working in the industries, there is a particular model that is W3H model also, like what, when, and why, and how. W3H model. So every company is looking for that particular W3H model. If you are doing any kind of a product, and if you are doing producing any kind of a product, and if you are marketing any kind of products, that is the first 4 points you need to very clear, like what, when, why, and how. W3H model. I think the same things, like you elaborate in very good manner. All the students, it will be really helpful to them. And another questions from the Mr. Jayas, like in this situation, like what is really helpful for studying about like IC engine or hybrid engine or the electrical engine technology? So what is the most important scenario to studying about in this situation?
Well, if you are an automobile engineer, then all these things will come in your studies. And these all have one-to-one subject. What if you are coming from a mechanical engineering background, then definitely all the subjects will not come in your studies in too deep. But I will say the driveline of any vehicle, it may be hybrid, electric, or internal combustion engine, their driveline is same. But power production system changes, depends on the electric. We have battery and the electric motor. For the IC engine, we have engine which is converting fuel chemical energy into mechanical energy by transferring through the heat. And for the hybrid, we are using different kind of fuels by somehow compromising the engine performance, but we are operating the vehicle on the different fuel. So I will say internal combustion engine is continue to remain in the market, especially I will say in the commercial segment and in Indian market. We are not too fast going in the new technologies. And for the hybrid, I would like to say hybrid in a few models, hybrid we are using. Like SVUC, I think, the Maruti CR's technology, smart hybrid vehicle, SHVC.
Yes, SHVC.
Yes, SHVC. So Mahindra also gives some hints on the hybrid engines, but it's only an add-on. If you are working on the IC engine, then only 10% you have to add to make a vehicle from means a hybrid technology. It's not a too much different part from the IC engine. So IC engine and hybrid both are the same things. It's not too much different. For the electrical technology, definitely we have to deep down, and I will say helpful for all the things, because now you are in academics. If you're coming for a job now, the basic knowledge you have to gain for every subject. Like we was in the academics in 10th class now, we have social science, maths, even Sanskrit also, and 2 languages. So we have to learn all these basic things. Like these all comes under the automobile basic knowledge once you are going for a job. So definitely all the subjects should be clear. But I think you must focus on the internal combustion engine, because in that it's going for a long lasting. In every country, US is already a very developed country, but still they are using the electric passenger vehicles. Everything they are using in electric, but still their commercial vehicle depends on the internal combustion engine only. They are not successful to use electric vehicles in commercial segment. So internal combustion engine is going for a long, and hybrid it's a small part that will make a huge or complete study. So I will suggest you internal combustion engine and hybrid. But electric, definitely it's a future. Don't come out from the electric technologies. You have to, once you will be in the phase after the 10 year, you will in the era of electric automobilization.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Like next question from Mr. Vedant. Like how much time, according to you, will be required to automobile industries to completely transform into electrical era?
Pardon, I didn't get your question.
How much time, according to you, will be required for the automobile industries to completely transform into electric era? And will people able to afford the electric vehicles?
Okay. If you are asking for the time, then I will say right now also electric era started, because every state government working on the electric buses, in every most of the capitals of our states are playing electric buses for their transportation as a system. And for the electric cars, I will say each and every company have started their 1 models already in the market. And for the local transportation, I will say in most of the cities, you will find electric rickshaws there, no? What we call in the local tum-tum, or what we say, Rahul, in Gwalior?
Sir, actually different kind of companies available in the e-rickshaw. Tum-tum is also a company.
Yes, yes, yes. So e-rickshaw concept, you are very much familiar about it, and how you know how it's successful. It replaces the internal combustion engine, all transportation, which we use in share. So I will say we are living in the era. I will not say it's not an electrical vehicle era. We are living in the era because e-rickshaw is coming there, and they are very economical. In 10 rupees, we are able to move. And electric buses are also there. Metros are already working on electric. And in Germany also they have launched world's first highway where heavy commercial vehicles are running on electric power. And 4 more highways Germany is going to launch in this 2020. The similar kind we are also in plan, government also in plan. So I will say we are living in the electric era, but to make it user friendly, that word should come. For make it user friendly, it will take, I think, at least 7 years to make it till that we can reduce the cost with good technology, so that the cost and operation cost of the vehicle get reduces. And we are living in the era, and not an issue, but comfortably it will take 5 to 7 years to come on our day-to-day life.
So, sir, the question is that why it is so challenging to adapt in electrical vehicles in the market as per the current scenario? Like, why we are not changing completely our industries from IC engine to the electric vehicles? So, what are the main
Very good question. Very good question. Whoever asked this is really appreciable. Everyone is asking and appreciating the efforts in the electric segment, but why we are not so user friendly for the electric vehicles right now? Reason behind is that the cost of electric vehicles. If you are going to purchase a single bus for any city, the cost of bus is going to 1.25 crores, and the cost of only batteries in these buses are approx 40 lakh rupees, only battery cost. So the cost is one of the major factor that coming in our mind while thinking about the electric vehicles. What we are doing, we are very progressively, all the industries working on good battery. Now even also you can say in computers, in mobiles, we have good battery. They have good battery life, and in a 1 hour, you can see with C charger cable, you can within 1 hour you can full charge your mobile, and whole day you can use it with video conference and all these things. So day to day, you will see we are reducing the charging time and improving the standing time. So it's all happening just because of the good technologies coming in the market, and within 10,000 rupees, we are able to have a good mobile phone with a good battery life. It's a good, we can say, advancement in the engineering in especially electric vehicles. So similar thing I would like to say, the life of battery and the cost of battery due to technologies and the cells, we are using different kind of materials. In future, we will reduce it. Once it get reduced, then we will be comfortable. It comes under the passenger, come in the people's car. Right now, it's a brand, electric car, using an electric car. It's a brand nowadays. So I would like to say, first thing that coming in the as a obstacle is the cost is very high for the electric vehicles. Second thing is the infrastructure. That is one of the very challenging things for all of us. In Delhi, once diesel buses are running, and the pollution rises day to day. What do? We introduce CNG buses to run in the metro cities to reduce the pollution. What happened in the Delhi also? We didn't found good number of CNG providing fuel stations. We have very few number of CNG providing station, and a good line is there to get the CNG as a fuel. So challenge is that providing a charging station is very much challenging for all of us. It required a good infra in the country to facilitate charging stations. That is coming in our mind. So in the initial phase, what we are doing in any state, if we have to introduce the electric vehicles, like 10 to 15 buses are running in Delhi, then what we do, state government take these buses and make it tax free, so that somehow cost will reduce. Second, corporates, MNC companies also providing support to run these technologies, and intermediate, a third company who is a specialist in the dealing with the maintenance of the vehicle to help the government to run their operation very smoothly. So the venture of top MNC companies and intermediate operating companies and the government, huge, making a collaboration so that it's a new technology can run easily in the market, because it have a good cost also, and need very sophisticated, need good maintenance. So it's easy, just with a good infra and team. That is one of the challenge also, that in passenger segment we are not providing too much. So these are challenges, but day to day you are seeing progressively we are working on the technologies also to reduce the cost, and infra already getting better and better, because a good road also need for the electric vehicles to run smoothly, because if road is not good, then you are using brakes, and it will definitely destroy our energy of the batteries. So good infrastructure and good roads, low cost, once we get all these pillars now on an equal level, then it will be a smooth journey for us for the electric vehicles. Right now, these are the obstacles.
That's great. There is a question from Jayesh Chaurasia. Like the courses or platform that can bridge the gap between the academics and industries requirement, like a Volkswagen Group you mentioned earlier. So what are the others and how we can join them?
Well, I will say in today's world, nowadays, it's very easy, I will say. Very easy to get participate in such internship and programs. It's generally these training programs come under CSR scheme of the company, corporate social responsibility. So Audi, Volkswagen, VGTAP also provide a test. I think one setup in the south there, where they take a test for the whole India. After the selecting from this student, they provide a seat for the course, and after completing the course, you get selected. And it's about the Audi. I would like to say one course that offered by the Mercedes-Benz in India by the supercar company, that is called Mechatronics. You can note it down. Mechatronics is a course which is offered by the Mercedes supercar company for the students who completed the diploma or engineering. They can participate in this test. After getting selected, they will get a chance to complete this course. After 1.5 year course, you will get chance to work on the dealerships of the Mercedes with a good package. And from there, you can, having experience, you have good chance to come in the supercars industry also. Similar things, every company. I was in Honda also. There we collaborate with the good ITI college, where we provide the setups for the students to this setup helps you to readily available to come in the market. Like you did academics only, na? You completed 4-year engineering. Then you come in the market. Definitely coming from a student life to the professional life is very challenging to complete this bridge. So what we are doing from the academics, this MNC company providing the setups that along with your academics, you did your courses like mechatronics, like VGTAP or etc. By these courses, you will be ready for as a professional. You will work as an employee there along with your BTech. So you can easily shift in the industry. So it's easy. I think number of courses are there that you can avail in India. And I will say this SUVC is also providing a good platform for the students to learn about the electric designing and about the concept, how vehicle manufacturer and works. It's a good thing. I will say it's a workshop that everyone should work on it. and actively participate so that they will be ready to join the industry even in the academics time also.
That's great, sir. Um, just like we need to look on the industries also in this time. Like if I just to say that apart from our academics time, like we have to focus like what are the industries offering a different kind of programs. Like in that time, like we cannot only depend with the college placement. We need to search a lots of industries like which kind of internship, which kind of a program they are offering. So you will find a lot of internships and the programs in each and every company. Like those companies are reputed companies, they offer the internship and CSR policies. So like if you have a skills and if you have a will and desire, you can join that programs. And like after joining this programs, you will get a great like experience of the industries. And after that, like your career can get a different shape and different directions. Okay, sir. So
Definitely.
there is a different questions from Durvas, like how companies manage the recycling of lithium-ion batteries and charging cycles of batteries.
Recycling process is not too much used in our India, I will say, because whenever you are going to purchase a new battery for the car or for your inverter, you know at what cost they take it back from you and what discount they offer. Practically, if you are using a four-wheeler, then definitely it will come in your practical life. The cover they use and the material actually they were using it already get used. So to recycle it is very difficult for a battery. And secondly, about the charging cycles of the battery, you are asking for the same battery for the charge or a new batteries that you are using.
His question is only about like how companies managing to recycling the lithium-ion batteries. Durvas, your question
Okay.
is particularly about the lithium-ion batteries. Is it? I'm okay. And the charging cycle of the batteries.
How companies is going to maintain the charging cycle batteries? I think what he's asking. Okay, let me tell.
Time is running. You can just simply take some other question if it is there, or yeah, you can also say that workshop is going to be there. We can arrange some more this discussion and start
Okay,
more.
thank you, Durvas.
Uh,
Okay.
over and
Okay, Durvas, if you know, like, if you want to know, understand more about lithium-ion batteries and what are the recyclings and what are the charging cycles of the batteries, so in the further workshop we will discuss in deeply. But I'm just briefing about that. Like after that, there is a life of a cell. Particular, if cell is totally dead, its cell is totally dead, like a cell is dead up to the 0%. So after that it is like a very less chances to recycle it. Okay, if it is a like a less like if a 10% or like a some means a minor part is remain, so that we can like a recycle that cell, and we cannot use the same cell in the same purpose. We can use the same cell in the different purpose. So it's a some kind of a reusable. And if you want to the recycle, so we have to like a disassemble all the parts, and we just can like use the different part in the different materials. So such a way like we use recyclable of the lithium ion batteries. So like a different question is like Sikar, will our country will able to fulfill the need of electric or charging electric vehicles?
Yeah, definitely. We all are working on the same direction. Even government is also working on the same, providing
Yes.
the infrastructure, and they have the plan in the development plan also, and to work on the electric vehicle. Uh, some sound is coming from background.
Okay. Sikar, I think we have already all discussed this point. Like our India has surpassed the electricity. We are just exporting the electricity of our nearby countries from some couple of years. So we have a, like a ample amount of electricity. If we are developed our infrastructure with the electricity manner, so we can able to fulfill it.
Yeah, definitely we will fulfill it. Right now, we are using the electric vehicles, especially in the plants or a limited traveling area. Like if there is a good metro city, then a particular route that we are using by the electric vehicles only. And within plant, like number of employees are working in the plant, so they are using the electric vehicles themselves in the plant. And we have provided they provided good number of charging points there in the parking area. Once you park your vehicle, there's a charging station. You put the vehicle on charging, and whole day you complete your work. And after the work, you disconnect it from charging and use it for a whole day. So definitely, we started it on a very small, can say small area. Similarly, for the transportation buses, who's currently working in the under the state government, they are also providing the charging setups in their parking area. You know, RTOs. The Sarkari bus adda. You know, all like they have a special yard for the electric buses where they are providing the charging stations also for the buses who is running for the local transportation. So we are working on a very small scale, but definitely we are by all these operations now we are getting the results, and we are getting the gaps also, that on this gap we have to work to fulfill, so that we can use it in a very local level, and every people can use this cars or buses. So definitely we will fulfill it, and soon you will see we will enjoy the sound free vehicles.
Okay, sir, that's great. Like, sir, I have seen a video like Tata Motors have launched a video like Atmanirbhar Bharat, because we all know it.
Mhm.
We all knew that like Tata Motors is making a whole vehicle with the indigenous technology. So, like
Mhm.
in this pandemic time, can Tata Motors can be run in the same manner like that was running in the previous year or the like back years?
One thing I would like to say is for all the companies, especially for the Tata Motors, which is proud for all of us as an Indian company, which have name in the global level also in the automobile industry. And Tata Motors, especially I will say, Atmanirbhar Bano is a good video. It's everyone should see it. Why we are why what we want to say like Swadeshi Bano, you know, Swadeshi Abhiyan of the Mahatma Gandhi, that Videshi Saman ko chodo or Swadeshi apnao, then only the GDP of our India will improve, and we will get number of jobs in our country. On the same platform we are going, that guided that direction given by the government, that country going on the same line. So Tata Motors is also working on the same thing, like many of the parts or many of the things that we can avail from the we can produce ourselves. We depends as much as minimum on the export on the import. We are working that maximum things we can produce in our country itself, so that it can successful this project Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Okay, that's a great point, sir. I think we have covered lots of time. So I would like to take one more questions. Then after we will conclude our session. Like
Hmm.
that one questions from Mr. Abhishek Wankede. Like I
Mhm.
come directly on the questions. Like will there be other alternatives like hydrogen fuels or etc. we can use in the automotive industries? And are companies, are vehicle companies researching on such alternatives?
I will say before coming to the BS4 technology, once we are in 2008 or 9, then it was in our mind that these hydro fuels have very low pollution and all these things. No? It was in our mind that to reduce the pollution, we should work on the low pollution fuels. What if we thought from the current situation, na, I don't think we have such time to switch on these points, because pollution is increases day by day in such a level that from BS4 we directly switch to BS6. We eliminate the BS5 error. Why? Because we don't have this much time that we move from BS3 to BS4, then BS5, then BN6. Right now, we direct move from BS4 to BS6. The reason behind, because BS6 is the latest technology that we are using to minimize the pollution. And if we move from BS4 to BS6, I don't think there's any option is coming in the between, like hybrid fuels or some good fuels that producing less pollution. Definitely, we are going directly to the electric vehicles. That is one and only option that we have. So I don't think so. But in special purposes, like in defense vehicle, army vehicles, where the fuel availability is very, they have to run their vehicles in very difficult situations. On border, on in some difficult area where you didn't get any fuel. Then in some special kind of vehicles, using in the you will say defense. There you will find some engines which also works on the different kind of fuels. You will say mixture of the fuels of different so biofuels also. But in day-to-day life, I don't think so. We are going for the all types of fuels. We are directly moved from to BS4 to BS6 and BS6 to directly to the electric vehicles. Because in developed countries also, I said, Germany also introduces the highway where the trucks are running on electric power. So once the developed countries is going in the same direction, then definitely I don't think there is a chance for the other kind of fuels. Definitely we will go for the electric vehicles only.
That's great, really great, sir. Means in the end of this session, I would like to ask one question, like, sir, what's your opinion about SUVC and how SUVC will be helpful for the students for the career perspective or the future scenario?
Well, I will say this event is really very helpful and very much should be appreciated by our society of the engineers, upcoming engineers, because these events are filling the gap between the academics and the professional life. I will say whoever the person is in this seminar or who will listen this seminar also, I will say he will in the right direction or in a good hand. That's why he's there. And number of engineering colleges are there who even don't know about all these events, what's going on in the market. So can you imagine once these engineering student will come in the interview and what happened once they will ask something else. So I will say these events are very good. Everyone should participate in it. Every student from their own financial also. Second thing, SUVC, I will say it's showing you futures in the industry. Everyone is going in the same direction, government and MNCs, and even we have a positive thoughts, positive vibes in the society also that we are going in the electric era. So SUVC provide a platform where you are just connecting with the future of the automobilization. Right now we are on the IC engine, but electric vehicles are there. By SUVC, you will find that you are ready for the future. Even you don't know but damn sure, guys, believe me, definitely if you started studying from the IC engine, but you are going to work on electric vehicles in the future once you will after 10 to 15 years. So SUVC providing a platform to work, make you future ready. Once who have worked in the SUVC events, they have worked on which type of motor should be used, which type of vehicle battery should be used, how to minimize the vehicle overall weight, how to work on cost, how to produce the power sources like solar energy that they should utilize as a charging station. All these things are preparing you for the future. Once the electric vehicle will come in the day-to-day life, or once you will go in the industry to work on this, you will realize, oh, that's what I learned, that what I skilled up myself on that time. So once you will get for the go for the interview anywhere, in any company for the electric section, you will find yourself very advanced. You will find yourself very knowledgeable to crack this interview. Even though if you can also compare yourself with the other students who is not a part of the SUVC. just ask any interviewer to please interview me and other person who is not a part of the SUBC. Definitely you will get a very good comparison between you and other person also. So definitely you are preparing for the future. It's a very good platform for the future. Even I'm already working in the company. It's a good company where I'm in the MNC company, but still I'm a part of SUBC. Why? Because from here I'm getting day-to-day activity, so that I can set my mind for the future that is coming in the market. I can prepare myself because I'm not a student right now, but as a professional, still I want updates. That's I'm getting from the SUBC team. That what we are doing, how we are doing, and how we are going to achieve it. It's really a good platform. All the best team, I will say, for every student, whoever is working in this project, definitely they are going to be a future of the automobile industry. So all the best team, all the best to all the students who is part of this team and participating in this event. Thank you.
Thank you sir, for this kind word. So we are just end of this session, and we are conducting our workshop in the next Sunday. So those students are really interested with the workshop, they can register with us. All the links and the registration links we will get on our official official Facebook page and the other platforms. So you can connect with us and join with us. Thank you for tuning with us. Thank you lots of sir for providing.